ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம். ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
Second question was about Ahara Niyamam.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, Ahara Niyamam, food restrictions, it's very, very important in our sampradhAyam. It is what we eat is going to determine our nature and our qualities, whether we are in Sattva Gunam, Rajo Gunam or Tamo Gunam.
Okay.
So it is very, very important to choose what we eat. First condition is whatever we eat should be prasadam. Bhagavan's prasadam, Alvar's Acharya's prasadam.
Okay.
And if it has to be prasadam, then we have to offer that bhogam to make it as prasadam. When we offer bhogam to Perumal, Bhagavan, he consumes it with his eyes and then immediately it becomes prasadam, his mercy. So, first condition of whatever we intake as food, that should be offered to Perumal. It should have been done Nivedanam.
Yes, ma'am.
And second thing is, if we have to offer to Perumal, then we have to select the food items and preparation methods based on our varna and ashrama. If a particular person is sannyasi, he cannot cook the food. He cannot have connection with Agni. So he has to depend on other person. And he has to eat, sannyasi has to eat only one full meal per day. And that too with lots of restrictions. But grahasthas, they can eat 2 full meals generally because they will have lots of work to do and maybe lots of physical work to do, so they need energy. So they can have good 2 meals. So depending on varna and ashrama, one's food habits will change slightly. Fundamental condition is going to be the same. Everyone should only have prasadam which is coming from Perumal directly. Perumal and Alvars and Acharyas. That is the primary condition. Second condition is depending on one varna and ashrama, food items will vary. For example, grahastha can eat betel leaves and betel nuts. But brahmachari and sannyasi, they cannot eat.
Yes, sir.
So, specific cases for each varna and each ashrama, but overall the philosophy, the principle is whatever we eat, it should be submitted to Bhagavan first and then only we eat. And then when we look at the food items, all the food items are classified into Sattva, Rajas and Tamo Gunam. So there are some food items which are in Sattva Gunam. Generally sweet items, they are all considered to be Sattva Gunam. And then very bitter, very pungent, very hot, spicy food, they are all going towards Rajo Gunam and Tamo Gunam. So depending on the individual's need, if a person is to be in mode of goodness, Sattva Gunam, then he has to eat those items of that nature. Primarily in all of the Vedic system, Sanatana Dharma, anyone who is engaged in some sort of sadhana, they will be avoiding onion, garlic and many other items. So it is again standard for all branches of Sanatana Dharma, all Vedika branches of Sanatana Dharma. All of the people who are practicing proper dharma, they will be avoiding onion, garlic and many other food items. And then even in the food items, for example vegetables, there are traditional vegetables which are used during Shraddha ceremony, for example. If you look at those vegetables, we can guarantee that they are all authentic vegetables for us. But if any other new vegetables are being tried, then we can become suspicious about that particular vegetable, whether it is valid or not. We have to find out whether a particular vegetable is consumable or not. So once we find out each of the particular vegetables which we are using, then we can verify and then use it in the proper way, cook it in the proper way. So the food items themselves determine whether we can eat them or not. Similarly, this is called as jati dosham, ashraya dosham, and nimitta dosham. So three types of defects can be acquired by any food. Jati dosham means those food items which are by birth not good. For example, onion, garlic, they are all by nature they are not good for us. And then ashraya dosham is there. It may be good food, even offered to Bhagavan Prasadam. Still, if it is touched by those who should not be touching Prasadam, then it becomes defective. Then it appears ashraya dosham. That the one who is holding the Prasadam is somewhat defective. For example, our elders, Purvacharyas, they will not accept food from those who are very angry, those who are having lots of passion and desires and so on. So they will try to avoid such persons because those habits can catch up through the food. So for that reason, only Sattvika people are qualified to be accepting food from them. We should accept food only from Sattvika people. So this is ashraya dosham. And then nimitta dosham. Sorry, any question?
No, Swami, no, Swami.
Okay. And then finally, nimitta dosham is the food item which is prasadam already offered to Perumal, and then it is brought by someone who is in proper anushtanam. But then when we open the food item, let's say it is some sweet pongal, chakra pongal. We open the prasadam, we see that there is a worm in it. The moment we see a worm or we see an insect, then it becomes unconsumable. Or let's say that prasadam becomes stale. We kept it for one day and then next day automatically it becomes unusable. So jati dosham, ashraya dosham and nimitta dosham, these are all different types of defects which can be present in any food item. So we have to choose only those food items which are free from these defects. For example, if you take vegetables, there is lady's finger, there is brinjal, there is snake gourd, and then there are some types of roots such as sweet potato. Potato we cannot eat, but sweet potato we can eat. So these are various food items which are in sattva category. Then there is all the green leaves, different types of green leaves which are good. So these food items, depending on the nature, if they are sattva gunam, then we can accept them. So as far as ahara niyama is concerned, one should strictly follow as much as possible. Engage in eating food which is offered to Perumal only, and then accept food which are free from the three defects. So these are very fundamental. These are very, very main aspects. The three defects being jati dosham, ashraya dosham and nimitta dosham. So if we can see all of these defects and avoid such food items which are free from these defects, it will be good for the Atma. So that was the second question. Any more clarification required in that?
No, Swami, no, Swami.
For example, one more example I will add is coffee, tea, boost or
Yes.
whatever it is. All of those, they are all prepared not by natural process, and they are prepared by others other than Bhagavatas. So we cannot accept those as valid food items. So there are several other food items like that.
Yes, Swami. Swami, but if Sri Vaishnavas while traveling, there will be many troubles for me. So
Yeah, even while we are traveling, already I think we have one video. Even while we are traveling, we have to find out nearby Sri Vaishnavas who can support us, or we can find out Divideshams or Abhimanastaram temples where we can go to the Tirumadapalli and request for the for prasadam. So we have to plan a little bit. See, if we want to live as pure as possible, we have to plan accordingly and manage the situation. We cannot expect just to show up in a city, in a Dividesham, and everything will be ready for us. Actually, if we have the faith in Perumal, everything will be ready for us. If we have the faith and patience, definitely Perumal will provide some prasadam. But
yes, sir.
We have to plan a little bit in advance.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ஆழ்வார் எம்பெருமானார் ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம், ஜீயர் திருவடிகளே சரணம்.
To learn such valuable information about our Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, please download KOYIL, KOYIL app from Google Play Store or Apple App Store. Our website is koyil.org, KOYIL.org.